We dated 5 days, got engaged, married 7 weeks later, 16 years and 4 kids later, we're basically still on our honeymoon, just with more laundry and fewer naps.
Welcome to the Marriage Made in Heaven, where love is real, grace is necessary, and your spouse definitely heard you. They're just ignoring you.
Every week, we serve up biblical truth, awkward confessions, and the kind of marriage advice that probably breaks some rules.
So whether you're single, married, or Googling how to survive your spouse, you're in the right place. Buckle up and let's get this party started. Welcome back. We're at our paradigm shift. Last week we talked about the belief. Today we are talking about how to start over and build a marriage made in heaven. So no, this isn't starting over with a new wife or a new husband. We're talking about the one you vowed to, that you said for better or for worse, for richer or for poor. I don't know, we wrote our own vows. I don't know the rest, you know? The traditional ones.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I was thinking about the way you starting over. I got really thrown off by your starting over.
Oh,
I think you mean
good.
like more like a fresh start, like.
Yeah, how we build a marriage made in heaven, how we start from the ground up. So many people get to a point where they're married and they say, this isn't what I dreamed it would be. We've lost the spark. If I could just hit reset, I'd do things differently. You ready for a truth bomb? You don't need a divorce or a crisis to have a do-over. You can choose today this paradigm shift and a new way of seeing and living your marriage out. So I'm going to talk to some of you guys that feel like you've become roommates. Have you said that? Every conversation just feels like logistics. But I also want to talk about the people that said, hey, we're not giving up. We've made vows to each other. We're going to shift this, and we're going to start seeing our marriage not as a problem, but as a gift to cultivate. And as soon as you change these lenses, your energy, language, and connection will absolutely change too. Because you know what? A do-over isn't about going back. It's about choosing a new way forward. But without this paradigm shift, leaders fall into these traps, right? We're believing passion fades and never comes back. They're thinking it's too far gone to rebuild. And they're always assuming their marriage will always be good enough. But those beliefs, they're going to keep you stuck in the mud and stuck in survival mode. So we want to offer a new solution, and we want to shift the belief. Today, write on a Post-it note. I'm a huge fan of Post-it notes. My marriage isn't a distraction from my calling. It's my greatest multiplier.
Yeah, because we know the statistic is against marriage, right? It's over half of the marriages are just terrible and ending in divorce.
Yeah, we're shifting that today because we ain't having that. We're not playing that game. This ain't gonna work out. We're gonna play a new game, babe. It's called My Marriage Isn't a Distraction from My Calling. It is my greatest multiplier.
Come on, it's so
You like that?
important. Yeah, it's so important. It's part of your destiny. It's this person that's in your life. I mean, even the world sees it. They say, like, if someone's going to be successful, like a big part of that is who they marry.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes and yes. And even like there's a lot of new engagements, celebrity status engagements, and they're saying the same thing. The most important thing in your life, the most important decision you're going to make is who you marry. So we got 5.
You got to make sure you're compatible with them, that you're, the journey of your life, the destiny on your life is going to be congruent.
Yes. We want to talk to you guys about 5 practical steps to activate this shift today, because it is possible. We already talked about belief, so you already believe it's possible. Say, it is possible. All things are possible for those who believe, right?
Yep.
Nothing is impossible with God. So number 1, language audit. We all love audits, right? Audit my YouTube, audit my social media, audit anything, right? We want great feedback. So we want to audit our language.
Audit how I'm doing in my marriage.
Yes, sir. So we stop speaking death, right? We never, you always. And we start speaking life. We are, we will, I appreciate.
And it takes a lot of training because we don't start there.
I know, we start negative. The mind.
Most people are coming from being on their own, or at most maybe a roommate or two. And a lot of people are alone, and they're learning how to live with someone.
Totally. I'll never
Eat,
forget.
sleep, breathe.
So Joshua and I obviously did not live together before we got married. I had this beautiful oceanfront place in Del Mar. Oh, I miss it. Maybe we should go back. Maybe we should.
Kind of miss it too.
Yeah, why don't we, as we raise all these kids, we're moving back. see you soon, Del Mar. No, I'm kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. But anyway, and I remember like when you moved in, I was like, oh my goodness, what's this like living with someone? And then before, like when we started, you know, living together and sleeping in the same bed, I was like, oh, I can't really sleep with someone in my bed. Like I was so used to never having anyone sleep in my bed. And now I had you in the bed. And then how so quickly my mindset changed, like, no, this is my husband. We need to snuggle and spoon all night. And this is great. And then remember when I got weird and I always had to have a hand on you? Like I'd always like need just to like touch him so I could fall asleep.
There's a song in there somewhere, snuggle and spoon all night.
Yes, sir. But it was changing, obviously, that, right? Instead of just like, okay, this is all about you know, we never, you always. It's we are, we will, I appreciate. So check a little language audit on each other, right? Just flip the script. Number 2, presence over performance. Oh, this is really huge. So commit to 15 minutes a day to fully undistracted have presence with your spouse. I'm talking phones away, eyes up, hugs, kisses. You know, we talked about how a guy in our marriage group, what was it, 10 kisses a day?
Yes.
No pecks?
Yeah.
Before he goes to bed.
10 real
10
smooches.
real kisses.
Real big ones.
That's awesome, right? So number 3, vision together. Like this is one thing, babe, we love doing, especially on date nights. What do we want our marriage to look like in the next 5 years, right? Write it down as a shared vision. Or like, what do you even want your marriage to look like? Start small potatoes if you're getting started, but like, what do you want it to look like next year or in the next 6 months? And then when you really have that goal, you take a look at like, hey, is what we're saying, are we actually doing what we need to do to fulfill the vision that we're saying?
Yeah,
like,
checking in.
We had to do a lot of this, you guys. I'm not talking like we've arrived. I'm saying we're still in the throes of doing this, but if you don't take this time to vision together of what you want this marriage to look like, it will fall off the tracks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love this one. Number 4, micro gestures of love. I talked last episode about just a little Post-it note on a coffee that the husband brought the trainer, and she just like lit up, you know, and of course she posted it to social media. Why? Because it's like, look at this cute gesture, and maybe it encourages other husbands, and hopefully it didn't make other wives say,
hey, I've never heard that before. Micro gestures of love. Sounds like something we can do, guys. Micro gestures, doesn't matter how small.
I'm just trying to make it real and relatable up in here. Yes,
you can fit in a micro gesture.
Right?
Somewhere.
Just like leaving notes, sending texts, do small things with that intentionality. And it's like those little drops, babe, that like fill a bucket. It's not like all of a sudden the bucket's totally full because you take me to the French Riviera
and you got to start
on a 15-day excursion. Yeah, like micro things, guys. It will start filling the empty bucket, and it will start really becoming second nature to you if you think of these small things, right?
Wasn't that in Atomic Habits where James Clear says like, just get up and all you have to do is go to the gym, just like be a warm body inside of a gym for like 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then the next time you go, be the warm body, but then do one set
exercise
and growing.
Yep.
That's what I'm imagining with these micro gestures. But it's true, because you can start where you're at, and then, you know, make it easy. Make it to where it's something that's not some barrier or wall that like, oh, it's just too hard to do. Make it something simple.
You guys sending texts throughout the day like, I love you and I appreciate you, but make it specific. Like this morning when you took care of the kids and you looked our daughter in the eyes, telling her you believed in her, really impacted me too. Like, make it specific, not generic. And again, the whole ChatGPT thing, like if you need to ask ChatGPT and you've already trained the bot to sound exactly like you, it can spark your brain, yes, right? But really just take those micro gestures, little drop, and just like send a text today to your spouse while they're at work, or leave a Post-it note, you know, in their lunch, or find ways, friends, just to do these small things. I promise you, it will fill that bucket. What's the book the kids love? Have you filled it?
Be a bucket filler.
Be a bucket filler. And it's just really about how they use their words to bless other people. And have you filled a bucket today? That's where I kind of got it from.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love
I'm just over here grinning because I think of how much advantage we have with the access of information and ChatGPT, where I can just go, hey, Chat, give me the top 10 romantic ideas I can do for my wife. And it's like, it can enhance things, right? You don't want to
Tell me more.
Tell
me more.
Shh, I'm working on it. I'm giving my secrets away here.
Are you I can't wait to roll those out.
Absolutely. May start with some micro gestures.
Let me know about the micro gesture.
The micro that becomes the macro.
It does. It does.
Yeah, we all have areas of things that we're working on, and I'm really working in the romance department of actually
Romeo.
the showing, the actions, the acts of service part of that. Some guys are really good at it. My brother-in-law, Kate, is super good at it. I always joke around and say, Kate, stop making all of us look bad.
Yep, he was raised with all girls though too, right? He only has sisters, no brothers. And so don't compare yourselves, right? Don't compare yourselves. That's the thief of joy. But also wives, husbands, you can share with the people exactly what those micro gestures. So when they actually do it, say, wow, this really meant a lot to me. Like, I really appreciated, and make it specific to what they're doing. That way they can double down on it. They can't read your brain. Promise you, your spouses are not reading your brain.
Yeah, and wives, those words of affirmation of like, wow, this made me feel really good. That positive reinforcement, like that really helps. It makes us feel good. Versus, I can't believe you did this, or I can't believe you didn't do that. The negative side of it, that causes us to like pull away big time. Stone wall.
Big time, total stone wall.
Yeah.
Fences up, bricks are built, yeah. And then lastly is just a weekly check-in. We've talked a lot about date nights, you guys, and just like, it's just a non-negotiable.
Yep.
Like we can tell if we missed it. Like we can, and you can tell the marriages that are doing it weekly and making it a priority, and then you can certainly tell those that are not doing it and haven't made it a priority. And so when you're on these weekly date nights or these check-ins, even if it's just like grabbing each other's hands at night for 5 minutes and ask, how are we doing? What do you need more of from me right now? Talk about laying down your life, right? Like, best marriage advice we got, outserve one another. So if you're constantly thinking about serving each other and once a week check in, hey babe, what do you need more of me from right now? And it might be intimacy. You're probably gonna hear that, women. You're probably gonna hear your husband say that, right? And instead of just like being like, oh, but I've had all this, be like, okay, babe, no problem. What does that look like practically to you, right? We're talking about practical steps.
So good.
It might be encouragement. Hey, I'm just getting like raked over the coals at work right now. Like if you could just throw me a text at lunch break, just like telling me I can do this thing, like whatever it is, you know? Those things just, again, fill the bucket fillers. We're being bucket fillers up in here. Atomic habits, 1% better every day, right? Maybe making that coffee for your spouse instead of waiting for her to make yours, or making that meal. Josh and I have done one thing that's been helpful. So usually I'm making all the meals, but like Saturday morning, he makes breakfast. I can't tell you guys how excited I get on Saturday. Do I buy the food? Yeah, I have it ready to go for him. But I get so excited that Saturday he's gonna cook breakfast, and then I get to like just eat breakfast and not have to like cook and clean it all up, right? It's one day a week. And you also got good at burgers, babe. So
yeah, good on the grill.
He's good on the grill.
Good
so
on the
I'm
grill.
like,
Give me the meat stuff.
What is he good at? Okay, cool. You know, he can do burgers and he can do a breakfast. And so again, those micro things can really add up to be something great. So just to recap, unless you want to throw anything in.
No, that's great. It's so important to have the freedom to openly communicate and have discussions and see what you need to work on. It's huge. Communication is such a primary important part of this.
So the 5 practical steps: language, presence over performance, vision together, micro gestures of love, and weekly check-in. So your marriage really does not need to collapse, guys, for you to rebuild it. Please no. But today can be a do-over. Today can be the day that you just change and choose to see your marriage differently. And when you really shift that reality, like that's when it really becomes a marriage made in heaven. So tonight, I want you guys to take 15 minutes to be fully present with your spouse, no distractions, just connections, and just watch how even one moment can start to shift this into a reality.
Yeah, I'm reminded of it's like the home and gardening. You can have a great looking structure, but that's, you know, decent looking, but then you put even more intentionality and excellence, get that garden all nice, maybe some fresh paint, some new ideas. My wife's really good at this interior decorating, all this stuff that just makes it look just lavish and beautiful and elegant.
Come on,
so
1%
amazing.
better, friends, 1% better. I hope that this just encourages you. We just want to be an encouragement. We're going to bring the big heavies, but we're also going to bring like the solutions and realize we're all in this together.
Maybe a few jokes here and there.
Yeah, you're good at jokesters.
Oh man.
Oh boy. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.
All right. That's it for this week. If you laughed, cried, or silently judged us,
please hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss another episode, and share it with someone who might need that same reminder. You're not alone, and your marriage is worth fighting for.
We're cheering you on, praying for your journey, and grateful to be walking this out together.
See you next week, where we'll keep it real, keep it biblical, and probably overshare again.